Welcome back to consecutive day 729 of a diary of a Runpreneur. We're now just one more run after today from the 2-year milestone. So please remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the link in the comments below, find out more about the challenge, how you can support it, but do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. Thanks for your support, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 729 of a diary of a Runpreneur. It's a breezy, hay fever ridden, fairly warm morning as I'm just doing my run this morning early before we go away for the week. We're going to Hemsby, which is a seaside resort in Norfolk. So looking forward to having a week away with the family, well, Monday to Friday. It's a big milestone as it's my eldest son Leo's first proper holiday since he was diagnosed with long COVID, and we haven't felt able to go anywhere until very recently. So yeah, be interesting to see how this pans out. He is in a better place. He's still got a long way to go to make a full recovery, but hopefully he'll be fit and able to have an enjoyable break with his family, which is hopefully going to be super cool. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you feel the same, but you know when you go away, it's just notoriously stressful getting ready. Probably more so on this occasion than usual, because I broke the news to my lovely wife, who turned 40 yesterday, that we were, as part of her present, we were going away today. Probably not the best way to kind of drop a holiday on your partner. She took it well, because she had no alternative because it was a present. So, but yeah, it's a bit frantic this morning, trying to fit runs in, trying to pack, trying to just box off the last few bits of work so I can actually switch off whilst I'm away. And yeah, my time management is something that I've always struggled with, and I've been guilty of it all the way through my life, of leaving things to the absolute last minute. And I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say it's procrastination, because in many respects I actually think it's a productivity tactic that I use, because ultimately that pressure of a real hard of a deadline that is in danger of being missed just kicks me into gear. There's kind of no choice. And you know, but I also I'm notorious about in mornings particularly, because look, I don't sleep in, okay? I'm not I don't lie in by any stretch, but I'm usually up at about kind of 7:45, 8 o'clock, which is a natural time to wake for me. And but it does leave only 45 minutes when it's a school run day, and like days like today when it's half term, I was up even later. I was up about 8:15 today, which is pushing it when we're hopefully getting away by about 1 o'clock. So, but that's how I operate. I've done it all my life. With exams, for example, growing up, I would pack in revision at the very last minute. I'd do all-nighters, all this side of things, where in actual fact, if you just scheduled, you know, an hour a night or something for the month before, you'd have been in a far better position. But that's just how I've operated. I mean, running has helped me because I'm running every day. I know there's the odd day I've left it till late in the evening, but generally speaking, I've factored it into my routine. So I just chip away at this massive distance of running the distance of one lap around the world, and I've kind of integrated it into a sustainable way in my life. But that's taken so long to reinforce this habit. So yeah, the question is do you guys have stressful mornings or days when you're getting ready to travel, especially with a young family? I think it just escalates the challenges. The kids are messing about, having fun, not doing what you want them to do, whilst you're trying to get ready to get away by a certain time. But anyway, there's plenty worse problems we could have than a bit of stress in the mornings. So yeah, so running, tomorrow's run on Hemsby, hopefully it'll be a coastal run. I'll hopefully run to the coast, and at the end of that run I will have done officially 2 years of consecutive daily running, averaging about 8.5 kilometres a day. I know most of my runs are normally 7.5 kilometres, but I've done several ultras and marathons in this journey as well, so it's really bumped up the average to 8.5 kilometres or thereabouts. So it's a hell of an average for every single day for 2 years. And I will be reflecting on this whilst I'm away, because I won't be thinking too much about work with a bit of luck, and I'll be thinking about chilling with my family, having fun, and reflecting on this running journey, because it's been epic, but it's just scratching the surface. And that's what I keep telling myself, but I'm going to be better at celebrating milestones, because, you know, part of me says, right, oh, it's going to be another 9.75 years before I make the full distance. But then part of me in my back of mind saying, I'll keep going, and I want to go and kind of go as far as I possibly can for as long as I can. So I'm thinking way ahead already, which means that these milestones you hit, you can, when you put it into perspective, they're actually quite small. You know, 2 years, you know, if I'm potentially, for example, let's say I wanted to break Ron Hill's running streak record, I need to run till I'm 90. Okay, so that's another 50 years away. So a 2-year milestone is teeny tiny in the grand scheme of things, which can mean that sometimes you don't really want to celebrate it because it's such a small milestone. But I'm going to try and be better at celebrating these milestones, because they do come around quite thick and fast, actually. I mean, it wasn't long ago, it's only 28 days ago, I was 700 days. I didn't really celebrate that one, but that's a big milestone. And now I'm 2 years, and it's only going to be 2.5 months, and I'm going to be at 800 days. So it's, you know, these milestones come thick and fast. You could even celebrate the 50s. If that's the case, by the end of June, I'll be at 50 days, you know, so 850 days, so 750 days. So it's, but I think it's important you celebrate them, because, you know, it's an achievement. And in actual fact, although I kind of compare it a little bit to, not that I actually know about this, but maybe giving birth as a lady. And the reason I say this is there's been times when it's been horrendously hard. Now, I'm not saying it is in any way, shape or form as hard as childbirth that a lady has to go through. However, the kind of analogy I'm trying to give is that my wife, for example, had the most horrific pregnancy sickness, hyperemesis it's called. She was bedridden for about 6 months, multiple times for the 3 children that she gave birth to. But you know, after she'd done it and she got the baby, she was ready to go again. And it's like, are you for real? You've been borderline dying through hyperemesis. I mean, the consultant actually said, don't have any more children after 3, because she was progressively getting worse, and she was close to being tube fed, damaged the baby, all this type of thing. So we stopped at 3. We wanted 4 originally, but the analogy I'm using is that even though she'd been through the most horrendous journey that I could imagine, she was ready to go again very shortly after coming through it. And I think when I reflect on 2 years of running, there's been some times where it's been horrendous, absolutely horrendous. I've been running through injuries, I've been running through illnesses, hangovers, but you're good to go again the next day. And you can kind of put it to the back of your mind and go again. And I think, well, you get where I'm going with it, but that's my kind of take on it. So I will be reflecting a lot more on it over the coming week. Coastal runs, my 2 favourite places to run would be up a mountain, not that I've done too many times because it's so hard, but certainly along coastal paths. I love running. It just clears my head, really puts things in perspective in my life. So hopefully I'll be doing a bit of that this coming week, which I'm pretty excited about. And that's pretty much it. I mean, work-wise, I've got to tidy up a few loose ends this morning before I can get away, and I will be trying to switch off. Now I will always, because we're going through such an important phase of the business growth, I'll be keeping an eye. I might log in the odd evening just to check, because haven't fully handed over my side of things yet, but I certainly will be in the coming weeks. But you know what, I'm okay with that this time. Normally, the plan will be is that I go to Malta middle of June. I'll definitely switch off completely for that, and then a bigger test will be about a month later. We go to Gran Canaria, and I'll be looking to take 2 weeks out completely and almost go dark and leave it to the team to run. So a couple of good tests coming up in the business world. But that's it for me today. As always, remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the link in the comments below, find out more on how you can support it. Do give it a subscribe and a share. As more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. And we've just launched my sustainable fundraising campaign called Caffeine for Kevin. Now, The idea behind it is if you can afford to donate me the price of a cup of coffee just once a month, £1, £2, £5, or an amount you won't notice leaving your account. That's the sustainable aspect of it. Well, due to the longevity of the challenge, a £1 a month subscription is worth £125 over the duration of the challenge, which is a life-changing sum of money to a child who needs it. £2, £250, £5, £625. So it's huge sums of money in a very sustainable way. So, and you will genuinely save a life. So if you can afford to do that, and we've called it Caffeine for Kevin, because even though I'll never get to drink those coffees because all the proceeds go to charity, but it will still give me a caffeine boost, seeing that money coming in on a daily and monthly basis. So thanks for your support as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.